Hey folks, welcome back to the Hearing Club. My name's Brian, and today we're going to cover a topic that a lot of people are having trouble with, and that is getting your hearing aids to stay connected with your phone and with the app. It is a very, very annoying issue. It happens all the time. It's also a very common issue where you're using your hearing aids, you get out your phone, you go to change the volume or maybe change programs or maybe turn that noise filter option on, and your hearing aids aren't connected. They were yesterday, they were just a few minutes ago, and now all of a sudden, for no reason at all, they're just showing disconnected. Well, I'm going to show you guys how and exactly what we do at the office when a patient brings in their hearing aids with this same exact issue. It's very easy. You can do it at home. And again, guys, this is for the Android phone. There's going to be a video. Check the links in the description. There should be a video for the iPhone version of this because they are slightly different. So let's go ahead, jump right into it, and get those hearing aids connected again. All right, folks, so basic troubleshooting step number one. It doesn't matter what brand, what style of hearing aids you have. It really doesn't even matter if it's hearing aids or a cell phone or just any electronic that you're having trouble with. What's the first step? You named it, shut them off. So we're going to start with that as the troubleshooting process. So you literally just take the hearing aids and turn them off and then back on. If your hearing aids have batteries that you have to replace every week, then you're going to open up the battery door and then close the battery door, and that's going to shut them off and then turn them back on. If you have rechargeable hearing aids, there are several ways to turn those off. So the easiest way is probably just by placing them in the charger. So the charger has to be plugged in. If the charger is unplugged, it's not going to do anything. So with the charger plugged in, put your hearing aids in the charger, and that is going to shut them off and start charging the hearing aids. Leave them in there just long enough until you see the lights turn on to let you know they're actually making a connection, and then just take them back out of the charger again, and that's going to turn them back on. If your charger's not around, or if you're driving, or if you're on the go, then you can hold down the volume down button. Now, this also has two parts because your hearing aids may have one button on each hearing aid, or it may have an up and a down button on each hearing aid. And if it has an up and a down on each hearing aid, then you want to hold the volume down button down long enough for the hearing aids to shut off. Once they shut off, let go of the button and then press and hold that button again, the same volume down button, until the hearing aids turn on. With these Jabra hearing aids that I have, they only have one button on each side. Okay, so I'm going to hold down the only button that's on there. And with these, the light's going to flash 3 times once they shut off. And that's when I let go. And then I'm going to hold down the button again, and then the light's going to flash 1 time, and that's going to let me know the hearing aids are back on. And then I let go of the button. I have just turned the hearing aids off and then back on, and that is step 1. Give it a few seconds, check your app, and see if the hearing aids connect then. Now, once you power off the hearing aids and turn them back on, you go back into your app, and if it still shows that they're not connecting, then you want to try shutting off the phone. And that's going to be a real easy step. All you do with the Android phone, now this is assuming you have a newer Android phone, because a lot of the older ones just will not work with the hearing aids. Now, to power off a newer Android phone like my Samsung Galaxy S22, I'm going to hold down the lock screen button and the volume down button at the same time. It might be easier if you take off the case and try it without the case. So I'm going to take off my case. That way I don't have anything interfering, and I'm just going to hold down this button and this button until the screen pops up that says, do you want to power it off, restart it, etc. So I'm going to hit restart. Once the phone turns back on, we're going to go back into the app and give it a few seconds and see if they connect to the hearing aids. And if they don't, then we're going to start the real troubleshooting. This is where it gets kind of tricky, but hang in there. With this video, you guys should have no problem. I walk people through this every single day. All right, folks, so we've powered off the hearing aids, we've powered off the phone, we've turned everything back on. You went into the app and it is still showing not connected. So now what we're going to do is we're going to remove every instance of the hearing aids from the phone, and we're going to start from scratch. We're going to unpair them, we're going to forget the devices, and we're going to reconnect everything and repair everything like it was the first time. Now, before we get started on that, I wanted to let you guys know that this is all assuming that at one point you had your hearing aids connected to the phone and everything was working. The reason I'm bringing this up is because there's a lot of different factors involved here on whether or not the hearing aids will even connect in the first place. So this is assuming that this has already been set up and it was working at one time. The reason I'm bringing that up is because there's a lot of factors that will determine whether or not your hearing aids will connect to your phone. You have to have a compatible phone that will support the Bluetooth and support the app and allow your hearing aids to connect. You have to have hearing aids that have Bluetooth and that have the ability to do all this stuff. And even if you have the right phone and the right hearing aids, you also have to make sure that that phone has the latest software and the latest operating system and all the updates installed. So there's a bunch of stuff compatibility wise that might keep you from doing this in the first place. And in another video, I will show you how to check the compatibility, how to make sure your hearing aids are going to work, how to make sure the phone you have is compatible and will allow this Bluetooth connection. And we'll get into all that, I promise, in another video. This is just assuming it was working at one time. Now it's not. This is how we fix it. So let's go ahead and get started with the real troubleshooting and the nitty-gritty. So the first thing that we want to do after we power cycled everything is get rid of every and any instance of the hearing aids from the phone. Get rid of everything. Remove the hearing aids, unpair them, forget them. We want to make it look like these hearing aids have never been connected to the phone at all. And there's so many different hearing aids and there's so many different brands out there. I'm going to show you guys two examples of how to get that started. Okay, I'm going to show you with the Jabra hearing aids that I have and also the Kirkland signature hearing aids, the KS10s or the Phonak hearing aids. So before we get rid of them in the actual Bluetooth menu, we want to go into the app and forget the devices in the app. Actually go into the app and remove them from there. And then we want to double check and go to the actual Bluetooth menu and get rid of them in there also. So first we're going to remove them from the app, and I'm going to show you with the Jabras and the Phonak or Kirklands. So for the first example, we're going to take a look at how to remove the Kirkland or the Phonak hearing aids from the app itself. So we're going to go into the app for the Costco version or the KS10s or KS9s. The app is called the Easy Line Remote. We're going to go in there. The first thing that we're going to do is click on Devices. We're going to scroll down and we're going to click on where it shows the product information, where it says Your Hearing Aids. We're going to click on that and we're going to hit Forget My Devices and then confirm. And that is going to get rid of the hearing aids from the actual app. Now with the Jabra hearing aids, pretty much the same thing. Well, it's kind of different. You're going to go into the app and then you're going to want to go to the More button and you're going to click on Pair New Hearing Aids. And in doing so, it's going to unpair any currently paired hearing aids. So we're going to hit Pair, and that just unpaired the hearing aids from the app. So that is step one for starting over and completely removing the hearing aids. Now that they're unpaired from the app, we're going to go ahead and close that. And just as a precaution, I'm going to go back in one more time and make sure that they're actually unpaired from the app. And there you go. We get the same screen. There's nothing currently paired, so automatically the new pairing screen appears. So that's good. We're going to close that. And now we're going to go back into the settings and we are going to go to the Bluetooth menu and we're going to also unpair them from the Bluetooth menu. And there you can see Brian's hearing aids. They're still paired. Now, you have a couple options here. You could either connect or disconnect the hearing aids, but that's just going to disconnect them temporarily. We want to completely remove them from the phone. So we're going to hit the gear icon on the side. This is very important. And we're going to hit unpair. And you're going to want to do that to every single instance of these hearing aids. Anything that looks like a hearing aid or is written out that looks like a hearing aid, you're going to want to do this process and unpair everything so that in the paired devices section, there's absolutely no hearing aids. And if you're unsure whether it's a hearing aid or not, just unpair it. You could always repair things later on, but this will stop you dead in your tracks when trying to reconnect hearing aids to your phone. So for example, if I think that this dime light gray might be a hearing aid, I'm going to click on the icon and I'm going to click unpair just to make sure. And that's it. So we have successfully disconnected, or not disconnected, we have successfully unpaired and forgotten all hearing aid devices from both the app and from the Bluetooth menu. All right, folks, we're almost there. Just hang in there. Now that we have completely removed every instance of those hearing aids from the phone and from the app, we're going to start the pairing process from scratch. So the first thing you want to do is shut the hearing aids off and then turn them back on, because what that's going to do is that's going to put the hearing aids in pairing mode. If you skip this step, the phone will never find the hearing aids. They have to be in pairing mode or Bluetooth mode. And when you restart the hearing aids, they only stay in pairing mode for a few minutes. So you have a limited window here. So we're going to hold down the power button until the hearing aid shuts off, or we're going to place them in the charger and wait for that light to turn on to let us know that they're in the charger, they're connected, and then we're going to pull them out of the charger to turn them back on. And once we do that, once we power the hearing aids off and then turn them back on manually, they're going to be in pairing mode for a few minutes. And now we're going to go ahead and start the pairing process. So as soon as you get these turned back on, you have about 3 minutes to get this part done. Now with the hearing aids freshly shut off and then turned back on, you're going to go ahead and go into the app. Again, we're using the Jabras as an example. It's going to ask you to pair the hearing aids, or your app may be different. You might have to click on pair hearing aids, but for this example, we're going to hit yes, connect now. We're going to choose which kind of hearing aids we have. I'm going to just hit continue, and it's going to tell me, this is what you have to do to shut off the hearing aids. I already know that. I've already shut them off. I've already restarted them. And then we're going to hit continue. And they should pop up with no issues at all. Now, a couple notes here, guys. You want to make sure that the hearing aids have a good, freshly charged or full battery. And you want to make sure the phone is charged as well. It's going to take a minute for them to find them. And there that goes. Now, for some reason, the Jabra, or I should say the GN hearing aids, the Jabra Belltone and Resound hearing aids, they make you shut them off twice. They call it a secure connection. So even after it finds them once, we're going to hit pair, and then it should pop up again for the other hearing aid. And then okay. And then it wants us to shut them off again a second time. So I'm going to hold down the power button. And now I'm going to turn them back on by holding down the button again. And these are the only hearing aids I've ever seen that make you shut them off a second time. And once that's been done, they are connected. And one way you can tell that they're connected is by putting the hearing aids in your ear and making sure you can hear the volume changes, the program changes. And another quick way to do it is to hit the button that splits the two different hearing aids in half, or you hit the button that gives you the ability to change the volume individually, and both hearing aids are showing up, both the left and the right, and everything's good to go. So these hearing aids are connected and ready to rock. And as a bonus for all you Costco folks out there that have the KS9s or the KS10s, I'm going to quickly show you how to repair those once you get everything disconnected and unpaired from the phone. So I've shut off the hearing aid, I've turned it back on. Now I'm going to go into the EasyLine remote. I should be greeted with the pair device option. I'm going to go ahead and click that, hit let's get started. And now these two options just let you know this is how you restart the hearing aids, but I already know, so I'm just going to hit continue. And now it's searching for the hearing aid. The hearing aid has just been shut off and turned back on, so it's in pairing mode. There it goes, it found it. I'm just doing one hearing aid for this example, and I'm going to go ahead and click pair. There it goes, it's paired. I'm just going to continue. Okay, don't show again. And there we go. I'm able to control the hearing aid using the app. And if I had two hearing aids, there'd be another button allowing me to switch from, both hearing aids being in sync, or the ability to change the volume individually. So I'd have two volume controls. And that's just one way that I find out, are these really connected? Are they really paired? Because sometimes it shows that they're paired, but they're really not. It could be kind of confusing. So that is how you do it with the Kirkland hearing aid. And remember guys, if you want to see if you're having trouble with your particular brand and I didn't show it in this video, leave a comment, let me know, and we will get a video up showing you how to do it with whatever hearing aid you have. Or I'll do everything in my power to try to get that video and try to get my hands on one of those hearing aids. All right, so that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope you guys learned something new. I hope this helped. And if it did, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment. And even more importantly, if you guys have questions, leave a comment. If you want to see a video on your particular hearing aid, if we have the means and the resources to do it, we will put it out. And if we don't have a hearing aid that we can show you with, we can walk you through in the comments. You could email us and we can do an email exchange, and we will get your hearing aids connected and we will get you help. We won't send you somewhere else. We will take care of it right here on the Hearing Club. That's why I got into the business, to help people. So that is the whole premise and purpose of the Hearing Club channel, to get you guys help, because we know how tough it is. And there's not a lot of information on the hearing aids. So leave a comment, subscribe, and get notified when more Hearing Club videos come out. And remember, one of your guys' questions might be featured in one of our next videos. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being here with me. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and happy Easter.